doing, ladies and gentlemen? Good afternoon. I got my Diet Pepsi on lock. Now I know yesterday I had mentioned I was in consideration of going on a bulk. I think instead we're just going to do a little maintenance period for a while and then return to cut. I am closer than I have ever been. To the leanness that I've set out for. So, gotta see it through, stick through it. For the rest of the day, we have achieved a gallon of water, 10K steps, and I mean, a rest day. That's just like, I just don't go to the gym or go for a run. Just do low impact, nothing crazy, cardio type deal. End week reflection, and a little bit of wholesale research, cold exposure prayer, all of that. Very doable in the time we have left for the day. So I'm going to get to it. And during the reflection, we're going to see we're going to make adjustments on difficulty. I definitely want to incorporate some things, get rid of other things. Stuff like, a gallon of water, I kind of do that on a regular basis anyway. So I think I'll remove that. And then I think I'm going to remove cold exposure. And I'm going to replace the both of those. Things I already do, I'm going to remove. And then swap them out for stuff, which I will converse with you guys and let you know. But we're going to get to it. I will see y'all in a little bit. Yeah. Peace. What's going on, everybody? So, doing a little recap. We are on the 8th day of the challenge, the 80 Days of Change challenge. It's a 10 weeks, 10 weeks of 8 days of dedicated self-improvement. And I can track it through this. Now, we had an 84% success rate with this first week. It was a little easier than it probably should have been. Honestly, a lot of these stuff already, it's not difficult change, or it's not challenging stuff by any means. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. For instance, come over to week 2. We're going to remove the gallon of water, because I basically do that on a regular basis anyway. So it kind of makes no sense to have it like this. Wish I could flip them around. Because I started at monkey, but it is what it is. Oh, today, entering my body weight. I weighed in at 172.8 this morning. So for week 2, what do we add? A lot of it's just physical stuff. Now I could do less caffeine. I could do not really a problem. I think I'll do this. I'm gonna do in bed by 8:30 p.m. every night. My sleep's not horrendous, but it definitely could. It has room for improvement, I'll say that as much. And a consistent sleep schedule goes a long way. A long way. $10K steps is more than enough. I think I'll change it so on my rest day, we're looking at 15K steps. And on my run days, I'll do 15K steps as well. So it's like for the first 3 days, I'm going to eat back at maintenance, which is around 3,000 calories. Or for the first 4 days. What could I use in my day? So, cold exposure, all that's too easy. So I'm going to remove that as well as something that's okay. So we have in the morning, I'm going to convert this to a table to make it easier. I'm going to add a time limit because I realize I've been eating quite late some days. So if I'm in bed, so no food past 7 p.m. Boom, 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 boom. What else? I don't know. What could I add that was difficulty to it? What could I add that makes my life more difficult? But also allows me to push myself. What do I struggle with? Oh, I could do no caffeine challenge. I don't even know if I could do that. The caffeine addiction is strong with us, ladies and gentlemen. Very strong. I'll do... Alright, I gotta start, taking time to think deeply upon this. Alright, so I'm still gonna do the cold exposure in the morning. This is what I'm gonna do. So we added no food past 7. In bed by 8:30. What else? What else? What else? What else? I could do no money. Spend no money. I do have a spending habit. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's pretty damn. I don't think I've got a week without spending money. Yeah. Let's kill my spending bone. Except for necessities. Caffeine, I dictate as a necessity. Okay, so that's what we'll do. No spending money. Damn. Wow. No spending extra money. So outside of necessities, no spending money. Alrighty. This feels, I don't know, for some reason I feel stupid doing this. So, tomorrow we'll be starting at day 5 again. Tomorrow we got cold exposure, prayer, legs. Gonna hit some legs, 3,000 calories, read, some YouTube work, whatever that looks like. I'm probably gonna do both recording and editing. And then in bed by 8:30, 10K steps. No food past 7 p.m. No spending extra money. Honestly, I think that's going to be the most difficult part. For a week, no money. Oh. Oh, shit. I literally was planning on spending money, too. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll get it done. I'm going to add some things to it as well. For reading, let's read 5 pages. And we didn't even do any of the meditation, but I'm going to add meditate for 1 minute. So just sit alone with no distractions for a minute. And just let the mind do whatever the mind does. For the YouTube, we're going to do YouTube. One hour. So time dedicated to YouTube, at least an hour. Probably gonna be more than that. Oh, usually, I'm not gonna lie, usually I watch TV while I do the YouTube. So I think a caveat to the YouTube stuff is I have to do dedicated YouTube work, like no distractions. Okay. I like my TV shows, man. And then for the cold exposure, we're gonna do 3 minutes in the shower. It's not even that cold. It's just a problem. If I had my ice bath, things would be a different story. So maybe I'll have to do this again when the winter comes. I'll definitely do this again when the winter comes. What else are we going to add? For the light bike ride, 1 hour. Just a light bike ride for an hour. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna to add some time requirements for the reflection. Let's do 30 minutes. Fine. 30 minutes. Me. I don't like this. I don't like this game anymore. Okay. So, tomorrow, we have cold exposure for 3 minutes. Prayer. Legs. 3,000 calories consumed. Read 5 pages. At least 1 hour of dedicated YouTube time. In bed by 8:30 p.m. 10K steps. No food past 7 p.m. And then I could not spend excess money. Damn. I wanted to do shit. Alright. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to spend money anyway. Alright. I'm gonna plan it out and then I'm gonna get to bed because it is that time. So I'll get up around 5. And then, what else do I have tomorrow? Tomorrow would be day 5. Cold exposure, prayer, legs, $30, YouTube. In bed by 8:30. I'll do a notification. Actually, I'll set it on. I don't have my phone. $7 p.m. No food. No more food. I guess by at that time we'll just read. Read 5 pages. That shouldn't take me a crazy amount of time. And then after that, we'll get ready for bed. And night routine starting tomorrow is gonna start at 8:30. 8 and go to 8:30. Or even earlier than that. That's just like brush teeth, wash face, that type of deal. Tomorrow I have some cooking tutorials I want to get done. I'll eat lunch probably around noonish. Lunch. Edit some videos in the morning. So what do we got? Yeah, okay. Edit videos. Edit for YouTube. And then we'll take a second. Eat some breakfast. Eat. I'll do some cooking tutorials. Stuff around the house. Meaningless tasks. Yada, 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 yada. Maybe I'll try to even take my dog for a walk tomorrow because he hasn't gotten shit. But I think that's going to be it because I realize this is like 30 minutes of me staring at a screen. Alright. So I will see y'all tomorrow for day 9 out of 80. Peace.